What's up? You checking out the Frequent Flyer, and this time I'm back with something that I've been seeking out for quite a while, quite some time. This is the Propel Navigator Twister. Finally got my hands on one of these things. Now these were available at Target. I originally saw someone got one at a gas station stop or something on the road, but I found out that these things were exclusive to Target, the red version, and I finally got my hands on one. Now they were sold out for some months now, and this thing is a really nice flyer. I was surprised to find out that this thing is made of foam. So this thing has foam on the bottom and it has sort of like a plastic covering over top of it, very thin and flexible, and that makes for a bad outdoor flyer. This thing, well, I can't say it's bad, but combined with altitude hold, I would say that this thing doesn't fly very well in wind because of the light foam and the fact that its motors are aligned this way in the rear. It causes it to yaw unexpectedly. When you're encountering or fighting some wind, this thing will just yaw on you sometimes. But it does have a very deep pitch, deep enough for you to get this thing moving pretty fast. But for the most part, this thing I think is built to be indoors. It's a really nice indoor flyer, very stable. It's stable to the point where you're flying forward and then you stop, take your hands off the inputs, and it'll stop and level out and try to maintain a hover. It seems it only drifts a little bit. You might have to do some tuning, some trimming on it here and there, but for the most part, this thing is a really stable, stay put flyer. Just drifts a little, and the yaw on it is a little slow. You can't really do really tight, nice funnels, but it is fast enough to get around indoors. So, and this thing isn't as large as the last one that I reviewed, that guy back there, the Avocopter. This one is a little smaller, and I guess this is still a plus configuration. It's an irregular plus configuration because the rear motors are almost aligned, the two side motors here, left and right, to the point where they almost look like they're all rear motors. But it is flying in the plus configuration. It resembles something. I'm not sure what it is, but it's a pretty cool looking craft in my book. In my opinion, it's a really nice color. I like the gray and red scheme. And just a really nice flyer from Propel. Now I must say that this thing does have the same exact design language of another aircraft that I have been working on. Now I got this off Amazon. I can't remember the name of this exactly. I'll have it on the screen here when I do find out what's the name of this thing. But this little aircraft is modeled almost the same. It has the same design language, I want to say. So check it out. Check out the bottom. Almost the same. And it has those 4 holes on the top there. So it leads me to believe that this company here, I think it's called SBEGO. Not sure how you pronounce that. But I think that company had a hand in making this for Propel. The transmitter also looks the same. I don't have that transmitter near me, but the transmitter looks exactly like this, but a different color scheme. And so bringing us to this transmitter here, this transmitter does not press in. It does have altitude hold. So the left stick here is auto centering, spring loaded there. We have the speed button on the top labeled on the left shoulder button. If my cam would focus there, it does say speed there. And this one is the stunt button. So you hit this and you can flip it forward or backwards or to the 2 sides. So it flips in all directions except for diagonal. This is the automatic takeoff and landing button. And this does make it pop off the ground after you press this. The motors will start and then it'll take off. And it'll maintain a hover at about 2.5 to 3 feet, I think it is, that it'll rise up. And so be mindful of that. It does have forward and backwards trim labeled with an F and a B here. And we have left and right trim labeled here with an L and an R. And that's just about it. You control the direction that you're flying with this stick over here. And we have the on and off button. You have to press and hold the on and off button to turn it on or off. And it does take 3 AAA batteries. So this is the charger that it comes with. The charger, when you plug it in, there's a red light that comes on. And when you plug the battery into it, then the light goes off and the light turns on when it's done charging. And it takes about, I would say, 10 minutes to charge, 10 to 15 minutes. And this is the battery here. It's a 500 milliamp hour. Well, it's a 530 milliamp hour. They added a few extra little milliamp increments on there. And it does have a JST connection. So JST connection on here. It is a 1S pack, of course. The battery bay pops open like this. And so you kind of have to stuff this battery in there once you plug it in. So let me show you guys how I usually stuff it in there. So there we go. That's how I usually stuff it in. Check it out. This is the on and off button here. This little gray button there. You see the only LED that it has. No night flying for this guy. It does come with an extra set of props. You get a full set, and they are 3-bladed props. And unfortunately, I lost the instructions. The instructions really aren't needed, really. It's pretty much straightforward. But let's go check this guy out in flight. Alright, so let's test out this Navigator twister. So we're going to start the motors. So we're in the first rate. Let's look at the side flying. Forward flight. Backwards flight. And let's look at the yaw. The yaw. Okay, let's go in the second rate. This is side flying. So the aileron gets faster. Forward flight. Backwards flight. That's the yaw right there, y'all. Okay, let's go in the third route. So this is side flying. It's release 40. Forward flight. Backwards flight. Forward flight. This is the yaw. Okay, let's look at some flips. Side flip, the other side, and a backwards flip, and a forward flip. With the curtain there on the forward flip, let's do it again. And this is the best of a funnel it can do. Really nice flyer, check it out. Try to give you a sense of how fast it will go in a straight line. So pretty stable. Just flying it around a little. Trying to get it near the end of the battery. Let's try to do a roll while moving forward. And you can see it can take a little bump from the curtain there. Let's try a bump on the wall. And take that. As long as you're not moving forward with a deep angle, then you won't get stuck against the wall, because it will get stuck against the wall if you're leaning forward like that and you hit the wall. Sometimes you can go up against the wall and get stuck, slide down the wall. It looks like we need a little trim. Let's give it some back trim. And we're at the end of the battery. So we got some flashing from the internal light there and the light on the bottom. And let's bring it in for a landing. So that's it. Quick demo flight from Propel's Navigator Twister. Pretty stable, decent indoor flyer. Not bad at all. Thanks for watching.